The Yankees can thank a stranger in a grocery store for their ace, at least a little bit. It was 2016 and Luis Severino was back in New York. In the midst of a stressful year, he decided to run some errands. Severino can't remember exactly when the encounter took place, but he recalls the random guy walking up to him in the aisle, telling him that everything was going to be okay. The words stuck with him. That day, it came to me, Severino told Sporting News. I knew if I was going to be better, I had to work for it. More, Yankees stay near top in SN's latest power rankings. It sounds silly, a chance meeting with a fan having a lasting impact on Severino, but a struggling athlete will use any motivation they can find. At the time, he was badly in need of it. Severino burst on the scene in 2015, pitching to a 2.89 ERA in 11 starts during the heat of the playoff chase. It was this performance, along with a rocket ascension through the minors, that had the Yankees so hopeful he could be an anchor in their rotation in 2016 despite being just 22 years old. That didn't happen, though. Severino got smacked around in his first 7 starts, allowing 29 earned runs in 35 innings. The stretch warranted a demotion to the minors. Like a yo-yo, he would go up and down a few more times that season, pitching mostly out of the bullpen in the majors, minus a few more uninspiring spot starts. As he repeatedly failed as a starter, Severino excelled in relief, recording a 0.39 ERA in 23.1 innings. Some wondered whether his future was in the bullpen. Severino wondered what had gone wrong. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was the bottom line. It was my toughest year, he said. It was the first time I had a bad year in my baseball career. So, it was tough, but I did what I had to do to get better. Since then, Severino has come a long way in just a little bit of time. Now, Severino is set to start on Sunday Night Baseball against the Mets, and there are a few better pitchers in the game. After finishing third in Cy Young voting in 2017, Severino is out to prove that his dominance a season ago was no fluke. With a 9-1 record, 2.20 ERA, 102 strikeouts and a 0.930 WHIP, the righty flamethrower is among the early favorites for the award once again. Talk to his teammates, and they'll mention Severino's name alongside Max Scherzer, Chris Sale and Corey Kluber without a second thought. He's right up there with them. CC Sabathia told Sporting News. I can't say I'm surprised. I kind of thought he was going to turn into this. Severino's always had the talent to be a star, but that 2016 season called his ability into question. Here in the big leagues, the talent's not enough. There's a lot of talented people, a lot of good people that got good stuff out of baseball right now, Severino said. They're not in the big leagues. You can have a good slider, a good fastball. If you don't work and you don't command your stuff, you're gonna get bit. That was the problem, that I wasn't commanding any of my stuff. When Severino speaks of command, he's not talking about accuracy. Rather, he speaks of conviction in his pitches, also known as confidence. It's hard to talk to Severino these days without those C words coming up. He speaks of his confidence after nearly every start. The results of those outings typically have him teeming with it. He really trusts what he's doing now. He knows he's good, former Yankees pitcher and yes broadcaster David Cohn told Sporting News. His repertoire is better. More command of all his pitches, more confidence in everything. For the most part, that's really all that's changed for Severino since his nightmarish 2016 season. Of course, there have been some slight physical adjustments. He stopped bulking up after the Yankees determined an increased workout regimen prior to 2016 threw him off. His slider and changeup continue to improve. He even practiced with Red Sox legend Pedro Martinez 2 off-seasons ago. More, a look at the growing list of MLB player podcasts. The biggest difference for Severino, however, is his mind. He admitted that his confidence was down in 2016, that temporarily losing the beautiful life of a big leaguer for minor league bus rides frustrated him. Baseball in general, there's a lot of ups and downs, said Greg Bird, who came up with Severino and has suffered plenty of setbacks himself. As a young player you go through things. You have to deal with adversity, especially playing here in New York. How he handled that was very professional. He bounced back, put in the time and learned. That's all you can ask. Severino is not one to rely on others for help. He prefers to deal with his issues on his own. His family and teammates were there for him when he was struggling, but he needed to figure things out for himself. He had gotten hit hard as a starter, but he ultimately knew he was better than that. It just took some time to realize it. You don't have any confidence when you come in, Sabathia said. You're just trying to figure out if you belong here, so it takes a couple of times out there to get comfortable in your routine and pitching in a big league stadium. As you get older, you get more confidence in your ability. Severino's ability is no longer up for debate, nor is his role as a pitcher. It wasn't long ago that some wondered whether he was going to be a bust or whether he was best suited in the bullpen. Such thoughts seem foolish now, just a year and a half later. Sometimes, a little bit of persistence can go a long way. Patience is really a hard thing, especially for both New York franchises, Cohn said. It can be a really difficult. He was young. I think his stint in the bullpen helped him. He got his confidence back. He learned how to use his fastball more. Then, when he developed his slider, he went back to the rotation the following year and everything took off. For Severino, that 2016 season serves as a reminder. As he cruises through the competition, he has every reason to believe in himself. If any bumps should pop up on his way to what looks like another award-worthy campaign, he knows he can overcome them. He's drawn from his past shortcomings. That's what has made him so successful. When stuff is going bad, Severino learned, you can fix it.